Okay, so we're here with my replacement N18, in which some fuckhead decided to fuck shit up. They stripped out 1, 2, attempted to repair but still does not hold. Number 2 and 3 holes are stripped. This one might be on its way out too, we'll see. But I'm going to attempt, you can see I kind of slapped some RGB on the edge, didn't work. But I'm gonna attempt to repair these threads with the M6 set up here. Here are thread inserts. So basically we're gonna drill out a hole with this. We're going to tap new threads with this, in which the insert will seat in the freshly drilled hole. And then our bolt, which in our case is our valve cover bolt, will thread into these, into the center, like so. Okay, so I have the valve cover off. I think I already showed that part, but I cleaned up around the edges a bit, making sure nothing's gonna fall in like dirt and such. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna use lint-free rags and block off anywhere where metal shavings can fall into the engine. So I'm gonna tuck mainly down here, and then some ports along the back here so that no metal shavings from drilling fall into the engine. Okay, I have it protected, mostly good enough there. Everything should be good. I'll just try and keep shavings away from the holes anyways, where it can fall into the engine.
Those don't have any real.
Okay, so I don't have a proper tap and die set, so I made this sketchy shit, and I'm gonna try and get it to work. Please don't pay me. Yes, you can see it bobs. We're gonna do everything in our power to line it up straight and tighten it while it's straight. Don't pay me. Get the right tools. I'm using some heat shrink to make it 1% tighter. See, it won't fall out now. This part I did not foresee, so I'm going to add an extension. Okay, we have a sketchy version of the tool now, which is longer, 8 ratchets, and the vice grip won't hit anything. That feels pretty good to me. So now I'm going to back it out. On that note, I'm actually going to mark it first, just to see how far down we went. Okay, we are back. We're going to mark the base of where I had gone, which is down here. And we'll see what happens. Cool. Now I'm gonna back it out. Well, honestly, this rate, probably could have just done it with just the vice grips on this extension, because I feel like it would have worked better. Okay. So See if it's easier to see on camera. You can kind of see. That's approximately how far down I had gone. Look at the exposure, see if you can see it any better or anything. Pretty much, we've gone to right where the tip of my nail is. Kind of see the blue. Okay, so kind of looks decent for a tap, I guess. Like I said, this is my first time doing this. So now I'm gonna grab one of these guys and check how far down on that I've made the hole and see if it's good enough, which it should be. And then I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put one of these on the end of here and I'm gonna thread it into place. Okay, so we have our thread insert here, our helicoil, and we're going to thread it into the head. Okay, so you get to go right here, and yes, you get a little more zoom this time. Like so. Ooh, that's pretty nice. I like that. If I had thread lock, I would dab some before putting this in, just to make sure it's super secure, but I don't have any. And I'm gonna check the instructions, but now, that little tab that this tool went through, here, that slot, there's the tab down there. From my understanding, I now punch that out with this bit right here. When I punch it, once again, I'm checking the directions first, but my understanding is when I punch it, it'll lock the threads into place. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do precisely what I said. We're gonna knock the little tab down there off. So we're gonna grab our little punch that came with the kit. And then I'm gonna just give it a couple of taps, like so. And then I heard it fall. And it looks like, assuming I've done this correctly, it appears I have a repaired thread. Look carefully there. Hopefully I didn't need to push it in more. Hopefully I've done this correctly. But I guess we'll have to find out. Pretty cool. We'll find out after I do the other ones. And yeah. One slightly important part I forgot to mention is we gotta make sure that the bolt fits. So I'm going to thread it in like so. And it feels pretty good. It feels pretty stable. I'm yanking on it pretty hard. And it ain't going nowhere. Oh yeah, we're solid. That was me just pinching like so and just yanking up. Same thing if I... nothing. So we pulled out the bullshit. I don't even know what this is. What kind of jankery this is. Like wet. It looks like this. Like what? It's not even threaded. How and why? So it's my turn to do some sketchy shit. We have an M8. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the M8 tap and reduce it. So we have the M8 drill bit. So we're gonna drill the hole clean. It's already pretty much clearance because of the weird stuff that the previous owner made. But then now we're gonna clean it up and attempt to put threads in if it'll catch. If it won't catch, then I'm gonna have to go bigger. But I think this should work. Okay, on today's episode of How Sketchy Can We Be, we have 3 helicoils mushed together in hope that valve cover bolt will bolt in and apparently get film. Okay, so we have this fully torqued, everything is now tight.